In a recent spree of resignations from cabinet ministers, the Minister of State for Islamic Affairs, Sheikh Mohammed Shahim Ali Saeed, hands in his resignation. Channel 1 has not been able to contact Sheikh Shahim himself, but the spokesman at the Islamic Ministry, Assistant Director Ahmadullah Jamil, confirmed Shahim's resignation to Channel 1. The press secretary at the President's office also confirmed a letter sent from Shahim, but said since the President is away visiting the atolls, the contents of the letter could not be verified. Lately, Sheikh Shahim has been publicly criticizing various decisions by the government. This includes his active participation in the protest against the Israeli doctors' team, Eye of Zion. He was recently quoted as saying even if he was removed from the government, he would continue to stand against the unreligious acts of the government. Now, Sheikh Shahim's resignation came a short while after the police used force to disrupt a protest near the President's office by some people believed to be parents of Madrasatul Arabiyyah al-Islamiyya who protested against the decision by the government to relocate Arabia School. The protesters called for the reconsideration of the decision, saying that the new location for the school was far smaller than the current plot of Arabia. Fatma Shazlin reports.
The government recently announced that the new building of Arabia School would be built in the plot in front of Armenia School, which previously housed English Preparatory and Secondary School, as well as the annex of Center for Higher Secondary Education. Protesters claim that this new plot was 5,000 square foot smaller than that of the original plot of Arabia School. The protesters called to meet with the President. Thus, the President political advisor Muhammad Shihab met with a party of 10 consisting members of the school board and PTA. But the protesters and the 10-member party refused to hold discussion with any other than the President himself. Press Secretary Mohammad Zuhaid said the President functioned on a pre-booked schedule, so assured the protesters that the President would give priority for an audience with them in a week's time. After the meeting with the political advisor, some protesters remained back in front of the President's office, refusing to leave until the President met with them. Riot police, after continued warning to disperse from the no protest zone in front of the President's office, used force to disperse the crowd. Several protesters were also taken into custody before the police used pepper spray to disperse the remaining crowd. Protesters said they were not protesting against a particular person or against the government, but only to seek an audience with the President.
Now, later today, the school board of the school released a press release strongly condemning the way the police handled the protesters. The statement expressed concern over the inhuman way the police treated them. The Budget Committee of the Parliament concludes the analysis of the state budget for 2011. Secretary General of the Parliament, Ahmed Mohammed, informed Channel 1 that work is now being done on preparing the budget report. While the committee concluded its discussions today, members from the People's Alliance and Gaumi Party had boycotted the meetings. Some media reports quote a difference in opinions with the Divai Rayutunga Party as the reason for the boycott. But none of the aforementioned parties had confirmed this with Channel 1. As the committee concluded its analysis today, the committee had decided to restore the salary of civil servants in accordance with a ruling from the judiciary. The Ministry of Housing and Environment, Mohammad Aslam, Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs, says the whole purpose of graduating from a least developed country to a developing country is to be self-sufficient. He said this while addressing reporters regarding the challenges faced in the process of graduating to a developing country. Amna Tushama reports.
The decision of graduating Maldives from a least developed country to a developing country was made in the UN General Assembly held on 26th of December 2004. Hence, Maldives was given a transition period of 3 years to revise its position from the least developed countries list to the developing countries list. But unfortunately, 2004's tsunami was a blow to the Maldivian economy and people. But then Maldives was given a chance under the UN resolution to graduate in 2008 with a transition period of 3 years. After graduation, Maldives will face difficulty in seeking aid from 3 main areas. But during the transition period of 3 years, Maldives will be in receipt of the aids of a least developed country. but UN will stop providing aid to attend the UN summits and conferences. Maldivian Foreign Ministry said they are working towards seeking aid for those purposes even after graduation. Acting Foreign Minister Aslam said graduation will draw great responsibility. With responsibility comes more opportunities. According to the Maldivian Foreign Ministry, plenty of work has been done during the time period of 2002 till 2008 in order to strengthen the bilateral associations between other countries and Maldives. He mentioned the subject of Maldives signing to obtain aid in the donor conference. State Minister of Foreign Affairs Ahmad Nasim said, seeking help internationally is not something that can be done overnight, and it involves certain protocols too. He said the Foreign Ministry and Economic Ministry are working together towards achieving this goal. He also said to attain the opportunity to graduate is a symbol of Maldives being accepted for working towards development by the international community. Economic Minister Mahmoud Razi said, when Maldives is graduated in the 1st of January, it will enhance Maldivian business sector too. He said it will be a great victory to the Maldives. Apart from this, Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs Muhammad Aslam said, graduating from a least developed country to a developing country will force the Maldives to become self-sufficient by means of hard work rather than being depending on the support provided by other countries. He said this can be achieved solely if people, government and the parliament work hand in hand.
Honorary founder of DRP and former President Mahmoud Abdul Qayyum calls on the leader of DRP, Ahmad Tasmin Ali, to peacefully resolve the internal disputes intensifying within the Diveheraizunga party. In a letter sent to Tasmin Ali, former President Mahmoud said he felt the situation has reached an alarming worse condition and swift action was necessary to resolve the dispute. In the letter, he asked Tasmin to promptly work to resolve the dispute. Mahmoud said the main objective of the party should be to minimize internal disputes to work towards coming out victorious in the upcoming local council elections. He said such a victory can only be achieved if all members put the interest of the party before anything else. Mahmoud also called to respect the party regulation and uphold democracy within the party itself. Live Your Dream Today. The Housing Development Corporation launches a campaign to create awareness on its loan schemes. Here's Fatma Shazlina with the details.
Live Your Dream Today campaign of the Housing Development Finance Corporation was launched by Suprita Gupta, the chairman of the HDFC Company Board. The purpose of the campaign is to create awareness among the public in regards with the loan amenities provided by HDFC. Media is to be used as the main tool that rally round the campaign to the public. HDFC says the Netherlands Investment Bank FMO has agreed to assist the project with a $10 million loan to HDFC. At last night's function, Maldives Post was assigned as an agency to actively support HDFC. This would help the residents in the islands to repay the loans from their islands through the service of Maldives Post instead of travelling to the islands which have banks. First phase loan payers received a letter of recognition at last night's function for repaying the loans on time. The function was inaugurated by Minister of Housing and Environment Mohammad Aslam. Addressing the function, Mr. Aslam reassured that the 5 pledges of the governments would be fulfilled before the end of the 5-year term.
The Home Ministry kicks off a program to disseminate information on decentralized administration ahead of the upcoming local council elections. Today, the ministry published 4 pocket-sized booklets containing information on decentralized administration laws. Speaking at the launch, Minister of Home Affairs Hassan Afif said as decentralized administration was key in fulfilling the government's pledges, disseminating information on this was an important part of the ministry's work. In preparation for the local council elections, these information booklets also contain information on the various councils, its mandates and responsibilities. The ministry informed that it was also holding awareness meetings with various ministries and planned to expand these meetings to the atolls as well.